This is a century old question, or I should say it is older than that, where people hesitate to give a proper answer for this. I'm trying to talk openly about this today. So, whenever a teenage or adult student joins the Bharatanatyam classes, it is very common for me to receive messages from them stating, Amma, today it's a common practice to call Amma or Guruji. So they message me, Amma, I'm sorry, I'm not clean to dance today. And there are so many versions to these messages. I receive various kind of messages from the beginner students. They say, I should not dance today, Guruji. I have to skip the classes this week. So I have to understand that. Earlier, I used to think how to make these kids understand and bring a clarity over this. I used to talk to them in person to make the students understand the concept of dancing during periods. First, let us try to understand why our ancestors said we should not dance during periods. There's a history behind it. Earlier, the dance classes and practices were conducted only in the temples, and it mostly included very young girls. So when they start their menstrual cycles, they were not able to handle themselves in dressing up properly. You must understand, those dancers were different from what the dancers are today. You are definitely not the same. They had to use clothes and sometimes ashes, unlike you using sanitary napkins and tampons today. And also they had to dress up by wrapping bulk clothes, inserting them into their inskirts or petticoats, unlike the usage of panties and disposable methods you have today. So, when they danced in temples, their bleeding sometimes spilled on the floor, which made it difficult for everyone. And also during menstruations, women were allowed to sit in a place and rest the whole day. Because unlike today, those days, they had a lot of work from early in the morning, like plowing the fields, carrying the pots, cooking, caring for the young kids at home, and so many other works. So during periods, women were asked to rest. Considering all this, it was advised that menstruating girls stay home instead of attending dance classes in the temples. And later, it was termed that menstruating women should not enter the temples. And then we rephrased it as menstruating women should not dance. I hope now you understand. None of those situations like poor sanitation, unavailability of appropriate menstrual dressing, or toiling throughout the day exists for you in this day. So you can decide if you should dance Bharatanatyam or not during your periods just for this reason. But let me tell you one thing. Even in those days, amidst all such difficult situations, women totally did not stop dancing during the periods. I have heard from few renowned dancers of those days. It might be shocking for you, but the truth is, women still danced during their periods in the temples in spite of the restrictions. Say for instance, when an event is arranged in a temple, a famous dancer and her team are invited to perform. The dates are fixed and it is announced to all the guests and audiences the orchestra, that is the team of singers and instrumentalists. So all of them are invited, the decorations are done, food is prepared. What happens when the main dancer gets her periods on that day? Do you think everyone were just sent back? The event still happened. And that's the hidden story which people wouldn't talk about.